At the time of this episode going on air, much of the world will be celebrating Christmas, and those folks that do not specifically celebrate this festivity will certainly be aware of it. Christmas animals have attained their status through their association with the season, royal influence or religious traditions. They have different purposes too. Some serve to herald the season, others as mascot for the winter holiday, while some are given a starring role at the festive table. Animals often represent important cultural references, and it's no different at Christmas, a holiday representative of happiness around the globe. Whilst camels are associated with the desert, there is surely no more famous an image of Christmas than the three kings arriving at Bethlehem on these creatures. Strangely, there is no mention of the visiting royalty arriving on camels in the Bible, but they have found their way into folklore nonetheless. Their inclusion has likely evolved from their sheer toughness and resilience for long journeys, given that they have thick footpads to protect them from hot sand, 2 sets of eyelashes and 3 sets of eyelids to protect them from the sand getting in their eyes, and the ability to travel vast distances on their huge water reserves. Doubtless due to their proximity to snow and cold weather, both penguins and polar bears have become symbols of this winter holiday. We link penguins to Christmas because of the North Pole. However, penguins reside in the icy environments of Antarctica, its neighbouring continent to the south, and not the North Pole. The polar bear's white coat is truly a gift from Mother Nature and allows the animals to hide in their environments, where they can be mistaken for snowdrifts. Funnily enough, polar bears are not found at the North Pole either. You won't find a nativity scene without a sheep somewhere in the vicinity. Sheep play a key role in the Christian faith, so it is not surprising to find them in the manger. These creatures are mostly docile and defenceless, and famous for their gentle demeanour. Sheep share a family with cattle, antelopes, goats and muskoxen, basically all animals with cloven hooves. Many sheep have curling horns and all have woolly exteriors. With all due respect to man's best friend, the dog, sheep are among the first globally domesticated creatures documented. In Australia, the legend is that kangaroos and not reindeer pull Santa's sleigh. On the ground, these marsupials can hit 35 miles per hour. These animals travel in groups known as mobs, and their size fluctuates based on the season and the availability of food and water. And of course, the kangaroo has the famous pouch too. Considering how fast these animals move and their ability to jump almost 3 meters into the air, passengers are going to experience a bumpy ride, so we're not sure Santa would be too keen. But then, who is to say that the Aussies have got it wrong? The more globally traditional sleigh puller, and arguably one of the animals most synonymous with Christmas, is reindeer. In most deer species, only males grow antlers, but with reindeer, both sexes have antlers. The root of the image of Santa's sleigh and his reindeer comes from the night before Christmas, and this link is commonly believed to be the first symbol of flying reindeer helping St. Nicholas on his global journey. Others, however, joke that reindeer got associated with flying because they tend to partake of hallucinogenic mushrooms. Do these account for that red nose too? There is no specific mention of how Mary made the 80-mile trek to Bethlehem, but it was most likely on the back of a donkey, and given that donkeys often show up in the manger, it would seem to reinforce this idea. Going back to biblical times, these pack mules were the usual transport for the poor, whilst camels were for the elite, possibly also accounting for the 3 kings using them. Donkeys are everywhere, and members of the family, including zebras and horses. The donkey has floppy, long ears and is more likely to be stockier. Until the 16th century, the golden bird for Christmas dinner was a goose. Today, American culture associates turkey with Thanksgiving and Christmas, doubtless from when settlers and natives first dined together. But the Christmas turkey goes back to Henry VIII, who personally made the bird a staple. Folklore states that Queen Victoria reopened trade with the United States, and importing turkeys influenced the traditional holiday dinner. Surprisingly, most global turkeys are wild, feeding on insects, seeds, lizards, and frogs. Throughout the English winter, the robin is a treasure, and going back to Victorian times, postmen had the nickname Robin, noted for their bright red jackets. This vision led to a series of images of red-breasted birds delivering mail during the holidays. American robins are also a familiar sight and are often depicted tugging at earthworms. The bird is famous for its cheery singing and brightly coloured chest, and will make their first appearance near the end of winter, and are noted for being the first to start the day singing and the last to stop at sunset. We would like to wish all our viewers, wherever they are in the world, a very happy Christmas, and let us all embrace the goodwill to others that this season represents.